Hello, I'm Vernon. I have been learning Spanish for a while and I just wanted to start a bit of a series, essentially just for myself to track where I'm at with my Spanish. So, in this first video, I'm not going to really do anything in Spanish, but I just want to talk about where I'm at, what I've been doing to learn the language, and essentially just give an idea of the methodologies that I've used and what I feel about the progress. So I have been learning Spanish on and off for some time, but I think it's really about just over a year now that I've been fairly serious about the learning about learning Spanish. I played around with various languages and tried all sorts of methodologies. But it was really about a year ago that I found the whole comprehensible input idea, and that really changed things for me. Since I've been doing comprehensible input, my Spanish journey has really taken off, and it's been really gratifying to see that I really can learn a language. I'm 51 years old now, so it's just before my 50th birthday, I guess, that I really started to take Spanish very seriously. I was doing a few lessons before that and trying various things, but nothing was sticking. I wasn't really feeling like I was making progress, and I had my doubts whether I could even do it. So I'm not sure that this video is going to be of much interest to many people, but if you're of my age and doubting whether you can even still learn a language, hopefully some of my progress videos will encourage you that you can do it. So to go back to what I was doing, the initial attempts that I made at learning Spanish, I was using all sorts of online resources. I did try Duolingo some time back, never really stuck with that. I tried Pimsleur and various other audiobooks or audio courses, and also just felt quite frustrated with those and didn't really see myself making much progress. And then there was a stage where I was walking a fair bit each day, and I started just forcing myself to stick with one of these audiobooks, and I started to feel like I'm making a bit of progress and I'm starting to understand a little bit. And that was when I started doing a big web search to see what are the methodologies that people are using, and I came across things like Matt versus Japan and Steve Kaufman, and started using more of a comprehensible input approach. At the same time, I've been doing language learning lessons on italki. I think I've got about 153 lessons or something on italki. I did do a few lessons in other languages, so around about 6 of those are not in Spanish, but I've been consistently doing 2 lessons a week. So my approach at the moment, going back, I did use LingQ quite a bit, which I found one of the best tools, and I will go back to it at some point. But at the moment, my approach is almost purely input based, aside from the fact that I keep doing italki lessons. So generally, people in the comprehensible input space don't do many lessons, but I find the lessons extremely fun and extremely motivating, and I feel like they're helpful. They feed back into understanding better when I'm listening to stuff. So currently, I basically take time in the evenings to spend on my Spanish, and I am doing about an hour with Dreaming Spanish, which is, if you're studying Spanish, you most likely have heard of Dreaming Spanish. It's probably the most common place for people learning Spanish with the comprehensible input approach to go to. And then also I just listen to YouTube. So those are it. I have tried some Netflix things, but I find very little that I really want to watch as a full movie, and movies are still, a lot of movies are still fairly hard to follow. But YouTube has been great, and I found things that really resonate with me. So unlike many people who are quite willing to watch a lot of fiction stuff, I find fiction really hard to get into, and so I have primarily watched things that I enjoy. So most of the shows that I've watched are travel related. I've watched some conservation stuff. I'm focusing very much on Argentine Spanish, so it's been fairly challenging to find things that were at my level for a while. But using Dreaming Spanish, I've quickly progressed to the point where I can follow travel stories really well. So I'll leave a link in the description to the main videos, to the main channels that I'm following. And it's been great. As I'm going along, more and more I find that I'm understanding better and better, and starting to get to know the people in the channels that I follow, and it's been becoming more and more of an enjoyable pursuit as I've gone along, and I'm feeling really, really good about it at the moment. My talking is still very poor. I struggle with grammar, as anybody does starting a language, but gradually I'm seeing the pieces come together, so I'm feeling really good, and I'm starting to get to the point where I'm really understanding quite a bit of Spanish. I can pretty much put on any video and I'll understand at least what it's about. And for many of them, for many of the travel shows that I watch, I don't have any problem. I can understand the video right the way through. So I hope to put up some videos showing a bit of my progress. I might record some of my talkie lessons and various things like that. My talkie lessons are quite raw. Sometimes I don't, I'm not very fluent at all, obviously, but they're enjoyable. And I'm sad that I didn't make videos earlier, just recording myself just to see what my progress is like, because I know going back and looking over things that I did some time back, I feel like things that I struggled with before have become easy, and so I'm quite satisfied with the progress that I've had. I'm just approaching, on Dreaming Spanish, I'm just approaching about 300 hours, but based on the levels in Dreaming Spanish, if you haven't seen Dreaming Spanish, I'll leave a link to the website, but the levels that as they explain them, what you should do at the certain hour levels, I'm well ahead of what the explanations are, simply because I did other things before I came to Dreaming Spanish. But it was really Dreaming Spanish, starting to watch Dreaming Spanish videos, that made me see my progress really take off. It was probably the first month of doing Dreaming Spanish, when I was just doing real basic, simple videos. I really started to see my Spanish levels go up a lot. So I'll do some advice videos and some progress videos here and there, maybe about once a month, and just keep you updated on where my language journey is. So for now, this is it for this first video.